Hey, Coach Cooley, David Newton with ESPN.com. Good to see you there. I wanted to ask you, I know a lot's been talked about Jeremy Chinn and what his role is going to be. And I guess you've been working with him a lot so far, but they said there are other roles he's going to have. What have you seen in him so far and how he fits this defense?
I've just seen him as a very versatile player. He's very smart, and and the exciting thing about Jeremy is like we're going to be, he's even going to be better for us once the pads come on. So the traits that he has can demonstrate excellent within our defense. However we may decide to use him, and he's just somebody that we're very happy to have.
And anything specific that you've seen that's really stood out in him so far?
Just how coachable he is and how he doesn't necessarily make the same mistake twice. And that's been really cool because you can continue to progress with a guy like that, and you just keep getting down the line, and it allows us to be detailed in our approach with him.
And last thing on him, any player in the league you compare him to, or?
Not that I've seen thus far. I think this fall we may have more to see, but I'm not sure at this moment. His skill set is so versatile. It's going to be determined.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, David. We'll go over to Mike Kay, the Observer, then followed by Kevin Tolbert.
Hey, Jonathan. With Jammie Robinson, obviously he's got some versatility to play safety and corner. How much is he working with you, and then how much is he working with the safeties?
Jamie's been doing double time with us, basically, and he's also another versatile player that we like his skill set because he's tough. At Florida State, he played a lot in the box, so he's demonstrated the ability to blitz. He's also demonstrated the ability to play safety as well. So, with all the meeting time that we currently have with him, we get to spend a lot of time progressing him through things and seeing, how he's able to adapt to certain circumstances to see if we can use that versatility that he's demonstrated on tape.
Thanks.
How's it going? Kevin Tolbert with ADSN. I wanted to talk about balance as far as training goes. Obviously, with the rookies, they have a steeper learning curve than the more experienced players. How are you guys balancing that during, as you get into the OTAs with making sure the rookies get what they need, but also making sure that the veterans aren't just going through the motions and they're getting value?
I think Coach Reich has done a great job with our schedule because we have time allotted where the veterans and the rookies are together. So the rookies can kind of, sit in there and pay attention to what those guys are doing. And then we actually have separate meetings with the rookies twice a day on phase 2 days and then one time a day on our OTAs. So we get to really slow it down and, but also at the same time catch them back up to speed because we've got a lot more time with those guys than the other ones. And so what's different about a usual year with our rookies is everybody's learning a new defense. So with the new defense, it's not really as much of as steep of a learning curve for them as it would be, say, for us next year.
Thank you.
Vashti Hurt, please.
Hi, Coach. I just had some questions about your depth at quarterback position specifically. How comfortable are you with the room as it stands right now?
I've really enjoyed it. We have veterans in there. We have young players that we're very excited about. And then, just developing the back end depth, because, corner is a position that is super important for us in the NFL to exist how we want to play on defense. So just creating more versatility with those guys has been helpful. But I really like the guys that we have in the room, and I couldn't be more excited about working with them.
Are there, and I know that it's been still a limited short time, but are there any younger guys who stood out to you early on in the process?
Well, most of them are relatively young. As far as the younger guys, JC's in his first contract. He's done an excellent job for us. Keith Taylor's done an excellent job with us, just getting better and better. D-Jack's probably the older one, and he's been a great teammate. C.J. Henderson's done an excellent job in the role that he's been able to play during this spring. So we're really excited about a lot of them, and it's just, every day they're just excited to be at work and trying to do things to get better at their craft.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
David, we'll go back to you.
Yeah, Coach, wanted to ask you, it seems like there are more teams using a lot of dime this year, or last year, excuse me, and that trend of dime is coming back. What have you noticed there, and how does versatility in players like you mentioned, Chinn and Robinson, how does that help when you're playing those games?
Well, I think it helps because, one thing we've always believed in is the guys that know more positions and that have the ability to flex between corner, nickel, safety, and the dime position. Those guys that can do that create more depth for us on game day. So the more guys that are able to adhere to those things, then we can just put the pieces in place and best match up week by week for us. So it's the more versatile players, the better, and you just kind of play off each other like a basketball team.
Why do you think the dime's is coming back a little more than it has been? Is it because the game's kind of going towards the college game a little bit with the passing game and all, or what?
Well, I would say, it's a passing league, and when it's winning time, the quarterbacks are going to have the ball in their hands, and a lot of these quarterbacks are mobile these days. So, the faster players on the field that can go track them down is probably lending itself to having a little bit more speed on the grass. But, there's a lot of linebackers in this game that can run too. So I think it's just, team by team basis on what you're putting out on the grass.